Thank you so much for deciding to join me today. It really means so much. You decided to spend your precious time here. So let's go into this, Have you ever wondered, how can people be happy with nothing? No money, no shelter, no luxury, nothing material. Literally nothing material, just nothing. How do they smile, laugh, or even find peace when the world seems to offer only struggle and pain? Today, I'll tell you the answer is deeper than you think. The answer is not in things, not in wealth, not in comfort, it's in something far stronger. Part one of this is...
Everybody keeps saying that it is appreciating the small things and finding simple joys in humiliation and torture. But it's really hard for any human being, even a superhuman being, it's hard for them to find happiness during torture, during humiliation, during the hardest times, without shelter, without anything at all. But yes, they somehow manage to find joy during torture.
Life isn't fair. Life isn't fair, okay? It doesn't care about your dreams or desires. Some people wake up every morning with everything they could ever want. Some influencers will scroll around after leaving 12-hour shift on feet. And some people with empty pockets, broken homes, and hearts heavy with struggle still find joy. How? The first thing to understand is happiness doesn't come from what you have. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? How? Are you crazy? Even in the coldest rooms, the darkest streets, the loneliest nights, some people smile, they laugh, they dance, even when no one is watching. That is something money can never buy. When we say nothing, what do we mean? Is it truly nothing? Or is it just lacking what society says is important? We live in a world obsessed with things, money, status, gadgets, luxury, and we forget that happiness is not in the possession. Even with nothing, people have memories, moments that can't be stolen, connections, love, friendships, bonds that don't depend on wealth, imaginations, dreams and thoughts that money cannot buy, resilience, the strength to keep going when life seems impossible. They have the choice to find meaning, even in the emptiest of lives. Happiness is not a gift. When life gives you nothing, think about it, a child with nothing but a smile, a homeless person laughing with friends, a person who loses everything, it wakes up and sings. Those who are truly happy with nothing have discovered a secret that most never learn. Look around the world. Look around the world. Some of the happiest people have nothing at all. The elderly woman who sings to herself in the morning, no family, no possessions, yet radiant. The child playing in the streets with a broken ball, laughing uncontrollably. The monk who owns only the clothes on his back, yet smiles like he owns the universe. They understand something the rich and famous often forget. Happiness is not earned. Happiness is remembered. It is found in the present moment, in the act of living, in the connection with life itself. And we will later get also onto depression. So how can somebody be happy with nothing? They appreciate the present moment, the air they breathe, the sun they feel, the heartbeat that continues. Happiness is not the absence of struggle. It is the presence of acceptance, gratitude, and courage. And philosophy really helped me to be happier with less. And I'm on a road where I am becoming happier than ever. Just by nothing changing, and it's a philosophy that's helping me, and I will make many videos about it, and it's much more simple and much more amusing, much more entertaining than it sounds. So happiness is not the absence of struggle, it is the presence of acceptance, gratitude and courage. Happiness is not about having something, it is about being something, being present, being grateful, being resilient, being alive. Those who are happy with nothing have discovered that life itself is the treasure. Not the things, not the fame, not the money. Life, awareness, presence, connection. And when you understand this, nothing becomes everything. And please, for God's sake, let me be clear. People who struggle with depression are not ungrateful. It is not a flaw. It is not laziness. It is a condition, an illness, a sickness, a storm within the mind and body that clouds perception, dims joy and silences the heart. They may seem distant, They may seem sad, they may not smile like others do, but inside there is still light inside. There is still the spark of a hero, waiting to breathe, waiting to rise. Depression does not erase your value. It does not erase your courage. It does not erase your potential to feel happiness, even in fragments. It is a battle, yes, but one that can be faced one step at a time. Even with nothing, even in darkness, the hero inside is still there. If you're struggling, if life feels heavy and joy feels impossible, you are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are not weak at all, for God's sake. You are not weak. You are human. Even heroes feel lost. Even heroes fall. Even heroes face nights that feel endless. But here's the truth. Every step you take, even when it is just breathing through the day, is an act of courage. Every small moment of awareness, every tiny spark of hope is proof that the hero inside you is still alive. No condition, no challenge, no nothing can take that away. So how can people be happy with nothing? Even with depression, even with struggle, even when life gives nothing but hardship. Happiness is not a possession. Happiness is not a reward. It is the act of seeing light in the smallest corners. The courage to breathe when the air feels thick. The decision to rise even when falling feels easier. You do not need perfection. You do not need everything. You need only the awareness that your life, your breath, your presence, your tiny victories are enough. Even if the world does not see, even if the world does not acknowledge it, your hero exists. Your hero inside you persists. Your hero survives. And that is the answer. So, if they are not ill, not depressed, then how? How can some people be genuinely happy with nothing? The answer is simple yet profound. It's their perspective. It's their ability to see beyond what the world tells them they need. It's their choice to embrace life as it is, rather than wishing for what it isn't. They understand something most of us forget. Happiness is not in having things, it is in the way you experience life itself. They notice the little things, the warmth of the sun, the sound of the rain, the laughter of a friend. They feel gratitude not because they have much, but because they choose to see value in what they already have. They find joy in being alive, in connecting with others, in simple acts of kindness. They are not immune to hardship. They are not perfect. They have struggles, sadness, and pain like anyone else. But they don't let luck define them. They don't wait for the world to give them happiness. They create it inside themselves from awareness, gratitude, and acceptance. Even when life is empty of luxury, comfort, or security, they find richness in experience. Even when life gives nothing, they find everything that matters: presence, awareness, love, connection, meaning. And here's the most important part. They don't wait for permission to be happy. They don't wait for wealth, fame, or recognition. They simply live. They simply embrace life. And in that embrace, even with nothing, they are full. Even with nothing, they are free. Even with nothing, they are alive. So what does this teach us? If you want to be happy with nothing, find joy in the small, ordinary, invisible things. Because happiness is not about having. It is about being conscious, being present, being grateful, being alive. Those who are happy with nothing have simply discovered the deepest truth of life. Everything you need is already inside you. You might ask now, okay, how can someone be happy with nothing when humans control maybe 0.1% of their emotions? And that's a real question, because most of what you feel is automatic. Most of what you feel is instinct, memory, biology, past experiences, trauma, the nervous system reacting before you even understand why. So how? How can some people live with so little yet still feel peace, still feel lightness, still feel joy? The answer is this. You might control only 0.1% of your emotions, but you control 100% of the direction of your attention. And the attention is the steering wheel of your emotional world. They're not happy because life gave them a perfect brain. They are not happy because emotions obey them. They are not happy because everything is easy. They are happy because they learn to use that 0.1% better than most people use 100%. They learn something incredibly rare. They don't try to control their emotions. They don't try to be happy, to be grateful, or to simply ignore all the hardships in their life, because it's many times impossible with all the hardships life can bring us to simply be happy with nothing, But they learned something incredibly rare. They don't try to control their emotions, like I said. They control where they place their mind, and that changes everything. And why this tiny control is enough? You cannot control your sadness, only 0.1%. That is also for anxiety, fear. Your brain is a storm, and storms do not stop because you say please. But you can do something deeper. You can choose what you focus on. You can choose what meaning you give to events. You can choose which thoughts you feed and which ones you let die. You can choose whether you look at what is missing or at what is still here. And this tiny piece of control is small, yes, powerful enough to shape your entire emotional universe. Because your emotions follow your focus, your feelings follow your meaning, your mind follows what you choose to see. They don't control emotions better than you. They simply learn a different philosophy. If you can't control the ocean, you learn to surf the waves. So why are some people happy with nothing? Because they master the art of attention. They learn to appreciate small things. They learn to see value in moments, not objects. They learn to be present. They don't fight a storm that's called their life inside them. They navigate it. They don't force their emotions to behave. They accept them. They accept how they feel. They accept their emotions. They accept their emotional state, their current circumstances, understand them, and gently steer their focus towards what brings peace. A warm cup of tea, a ray of sunlight, a good conversation, a quiet moment, a memory that doesn't hurt, a simple joy that costs nothing. People who are happy with nothing aren't superhuman. They just learn the truth. It's called hormonal balance. Their hormones and parts of their brain that is responsible for your emotions have enough balanced chemical stuff within them. For example, if you don't have balanced serotonin or you don't have balanced dopamine or other very important chemicals, you can try to be happy as long as you want, but you'll never be. And it's not because you're ungrateful, it's not because you're weak, it's because there's something out of your control. So it's a mix of chemical balance within their brains, and it's a mix of philosophy. It's like the philosophy helps them along with their chemical balance within their brain. One thing helps the other. And the more I try to surf the waves instead of trying to control the whole entire ocean, that's our emotions and feelings. I try to ride them, I try to navigate them, I try to center my attention to more positive stuff, to stuff that feeds my brain more positively. I also found out that my cortisol levels are too high, so I'm taking medication for cortisol levels, supplements for cortisol levels, and I also have prescribed medication for serotonin. So we always try to magically shape our life to a different picture. But sometimes that different picture we want our life to be is not wanting us to entirely reshape this life. It's those little things. Even people who became millionaires, they started with butterfly effect. Butterfly effect is when a small event as a motion of butterfly wings can turn to massive outcomes. They simply learn to, instead of shaping their whole entire life, surf their life, surf the waves of their life. They try to find a light in their current day, in their current position. Because life doesn't ask you to completely reshape it. Because what you truly want or what you truly lack, you are not a god that controls the whole entire universe. And so what you crave will want you once you start to give space for that. And the worst thing is to fight your emotions. No, it's the worst because you only feed the emotions and everything becomes worse. So it's a chemical balance mixed with philosophy, mindset, and embracing any light you can find in your life. Even when going outside your house, during your free day, during your free time, might look boring and even more draining. Sometimes jumping into that water, jumping into that pool can slowly start the butterfly effect, where you start to notice small moments of light and center your attention more to them. And I'm not forcing you to do anything, I'm not teaching you anything. This is more like a philosophical video, I would say, a discussion, and I'm really happy I could share this today because I always wanted to discuss this, and it means so much you spend your time here, that you, from all of the videos on YouTube, you decided to stay here. It means so much, and I wish you so much strength and so much light. Feel free to join me in my other videos, only if you want to, only if anything grabs your attention, but don't feel like you have to. You absolutely don't have to. Feel free to hang out with me once again, but please don't feel pressured at all. No pressure, please. And take care, please. Take care of yourself. I wish you nothing but the best.